Hostilities will end officially at 1 minute after midnight tonight, Tuesday, the 8th of May. We may allow ourselves a brief period of rejoicing. Today is Victory in Europe Day. Tomorrow will also be Victory in Europe Day.
Left a bit more. Whoa! Steady on, careful, we've got maths homework due at the end of the week. Also, taking you to A&E was not on my list for today. Nice and slowly. Careful. Lovely job. Has anyone seen the band? Another 10 minutes and they'll be officially late to rehearsal.
No, they won't.
Which reminds me, I need to make a call.
Can everyone hear me? It's nuts here. I've forgotten what time I told the choir and band to arrive. I've just narrowly dodged a trip to A&E and I have no idea where my mum's got to with the cupcakes.
You can't have a VE Day party without cupcakes.
This is concerning.
Anyway, just thought it was worth us catching up over the digital time capsule. You know we're trying to collect as many Second World War stories as possible, so we all need to pass the word, please. We want as many people in the country joining in. We've got to go viral.
The stories can be about people, so like friends or relatives who might have served in the armed forces.
Anything interesting. Everyone is related to someone who was alive then, and every street has a story. So there's loads of options. I'd also love to hear anything connected to VE Day or VJ Day.
What's VJ Day?
So, you know how VE Day means Victory in Europe Day?
Uh-huh.
Well, VJ Day is Victory over Japan Day, and that's marked on August the 15th. Lots of people think VE Day meant the end of the war, but unfortunately that's just not true for hundreds and thousands of people.
And frankly, even on VJ Day, people were on the other side of the world, and it took ages for them to get home. Someone told me here they waited until September to have something called a peace party.
Anyway, I'm open to anything. Record it all, however you want, and upload it. I'm not fussy, but this is quite important.
It's up to people like us to record all these stories for the future. If every school made a digital time capsule and every pupil found out something, there would be hundreds, no, thousands of lost stories that would be discovered in just a couple of years. Any questions, ask a grown-up.
If Aurora's Wi-Fi stops being flaky, the time capsule could go live at the party.
Catch up with you later over other bits and bobs.
Thank you, bye!
Hiya, any sign of the dancers? We can't have a VE Day party without dancers.
No, not yet. I know they're around here somewhere. Leave it with me.
Hey bro, bet you thought we were going to let you down, didn't you? I saw your face.
No, not really. I know you wouldn't. Everyone ready for the big party?
Yeah, we're super excited, aren't we, gang?
Yes!
I see you found Leicester's Sikh War Memorial, Taranjit Singh's work of art, looking amazing in Victoria Park, in memory of all the Sikh allies that helped in conflicts around the world.
I'm so embarrassed. I've been walking past this memorial for the past 3 years. Haven't even noticed what it was for.
Don't worry about it. You're not the only one. Did you know we had allies from all around the world, from places like India, Africa, Canada, and the Caribbean, who served with us in the Second World War? It was a big effort.
I'm collecting stories for a digital time capsule. Did you know that Indian paratroopers were there in the Second World War?
No way.
Yeah, they were alongside the Gurkhas jumping out of planes to land at a place called Elephant Point in Burma as part of Operation Dracula.
Operation Dracula?
Yeah, crazy name. The paratroopers had to secure the coast at the mouth of the Rangoon River, which was then swept for mines.
Sounds risky.
It really was. Around the world, 87,000 Indian soldiers were killed, and 31 Indian soldiers were awarded the Victoria Cross, the highest military medal.
That's why it's important to have memorials like this to help us remember. Oh look, there's Gurinder and Savjit. I asked them to come along to help answer some of your questions for your digital time capsule.
Thanks, Johnny. Thank you so much for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What were the main contributions of Sikh soldiers in the Second World War?
There was a major contribution that not just the Sikhs but the Indian Army played within the Second World War. The numbers had swelled quite considerably from 1939 all the way through to 1945, with the estimates of up to nearly 2.5 million soldiers being deployed across the campaigns. So the theatres of war where they actually were deployed included Africa, in countries like Libya and Egypt, but also in the Far East as well, including places like Burma, Kohima and Impal. But sometimes when we look at the Second World War, we obviously look at it from a European point of view, and the Sikhs played a major role in Italy as well. So their contribution has been very pivotal across all those campaigns during that time.
Do you think historically the contributions of Indian soldiers has been recognised?
I think what's great is that over probably the last decade here in England, there's been that resurgence in terms of people wanting to know more about Indian soldiers and their contribution. There's been a wider recognition of who contributed towards the sacrifices of the Second World War. And I think it's getting better and better, so I think there's a lot more work that needs to be done, but this step's in the right direction.
I just saw a statue of the Sikh soldier down the road, but what about the other religions of the British Army?
Last year I was part of the project involved by an artist called Mehtab. So he created a multicultural statue now, so where you will see a Sikh soldier, a Hindu soldier, a Muslim soldier and a Gurkha soldier, as well as a female soldier as well, because remember the contribution is just not come from the specific ethnicity. There's also male and as well as female soldiers were involved and they contributed to the success for the Second World War.
We're having a VE Day party to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the Second World War. What did the British Army do on VE Day?
So whilst there was commemorations and everyone was kind of celebrating, there was still a world war still continuing in other parts. So that included the Burma campaign, and that didn't actually finish until August of 1945. So whilst part of the world was celebrating, there was other parts of the world which were still engaged with actually kind of completing the mission when it came down to the Second World War.
Will you be having a party?
As a whole, armed forces will come together, to celebrate and commemorate the sacrifice made by those during the Second World War will be remembered, and there will be parades to honour the sacrifice.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Johnny. I've got some really interesting stuff for my time capsule entry. I'm definitely up for another party in August to celebrate 80 years of VJ Day. Deal, right. Come on then, we better get rehearsing. Has anyone seen the choir, by the way? We can't have a VE Day party without the choir.